Hello, my lovelies. Long time no see. There are many elephants in the room, first probably being my hair. She's a redhead these days. I'm so excited to be back here on YouTube. I'm finally a little bit more settled in my life, and I'm kind of ready to start making videos again. So today I'm gonna show you guys how I do my base for all of my looks, which is foundation, contour, cream and powder contour, blush, highlight, all that good stuff. I really wanted to do like a step-by-step on what I do, sharing the shades that I use with you guys, because that is kind of harder to do when you are melanated. I really hope these tips and tricks help you out, make your routine a little bit easier, maybe fine-tune a few things. Also, if you're new here, I would appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, please. And without further ado, on to the video. So I'm gonna start off with primer, and the primer that I use is the Too Faced Hangover RX. It's a replenishing primer. I was using a lot of like those mattifying primers, and honestly, it kind of wasn't really working for me. I feel like I looked like a piece of chalk at the end of the day. It was kind of... So let's talk about foundation. People always ask me, what foundations do I like? What shades am I? There's always a plethora of questions. So I'm gonna show you the ones that I've been really liking recently and telling you the shades in case you're similar to what I look like. So the one that I've been using a ton recently, and what I'm going to be using today, is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I am in the shade Chestnut. Okay, you'll see, it works, it really does. It is a little bit dark for me, but with the concealer and the powders that I use, it all kind of comes together. You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process. This foundation is my tried and true. I love this Nars foundation so much. I have used it for years. The Born This Way foundation is honestly the first time I've deviated away from this foundation, and this is the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation in Caracas. I'm sure you guys have seen this foundation all over TikTok. It was a huge deal when this came out, but it is the KVD Good Apple foundation. This is so full coverage. I love using it when I go to events. It's amazing. And I'm in the shade Tan. So I have my damp beauty blender and I'm ready to go. Do you guys get like attached to your beauty blenders? Like, I form attachments maybe too quickly. As I said, please, I'm begging you to trust the process. I feel like this foundation looks so much like skin in comparison to like a lot of the foundations that I've been trying recently. I think I'm very late to be liking this though. Everyone always talks about this foundation, so I don't know why. I don't know why I'm surprised right now. So next we're going to do cream contour. I do cream contour and also powder contour because I'm extra like that. I have been using this for so long. I bought her at Marshall's and she's been here for me. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in Cool Earth. I'm gonna have to find something else, another product to replace this because it's almost over, but as of right now, this is what I'm using. So I'm just gonna do my cheekbones. I'm gonna smile and see where my natural curvature is. I also like to do my chin. I do my nose, obviously. I just followed the natural contour lines of my nose here. And then I do one under and one above the tip of my nose. And then sometimes I kind of like to just like lightly, very faintly, then I like to do my regular jawline. Under and above the lip. And some forehead. We're gonna blend it all out. I started going to the gym recently. I know, it's insane. I'm trying to be able to bench more than a red Solo cup. But today we worked a lot on arms, and even like holding up this eyeshadow palette with a mirror it's killing me. Blending out nose contour is honestly kind of hard. It looks kind of bad, which is why I do it first before I do the highlighting that really snatches it up. Kind of looks like I have a mustache. So it should kind of look like this. We are going to start highlighting now. So the concealer that I've been loving recently is the Kokie Be Bright Concealer. It is amazing. I really love the consistency of this concealer. It's kind of runny, which I like because I have fine lines under my eyes, and it kind of just like, it doesn't make it look super noticeable, which I like. So I'm just gonna do a little under the eyes, the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, highlighting up here to lift the face. I have kind of a small face, and I used to go really ham with the concealer, and I kind of learned that keeping it small and kind of tight is the way to go. It looks a little bit more put together. So blending a little bit down the nose. I've really loved highlighting my chin. This might be a little bit too much. I think it really makes the shape of my face like a little bit more flattering. Okay, so this is the cream portion done, and we're going to move on to mostly powders now. So I have 3 powders in my rotation, and they're all used for different purposes, definitely depending on what the undertone of the foundation is. I decided that I was going to stop like being crazy about foundation and just like get the shade that I think is like kind of sort of similar to my skin tone, and then just like fix it with like other things because it's getting exhausting. She's a little dirty, I'm sorry. So this is the powder I generally use to bake. It is the KVD Lock-It Translucent Powder. It is not super good for baking, in my opinion. If you let it sit for a really long time, it kind of like, it almost pills up a little bit, but if you let it sit for like a few seconds and you dust it off, amazing. I also love this milk powder. It's super cute. It's in the shade Translucent Medium. The reason I say it's super cute is because it comes like these. It has a little like net, so you just dab your brush in it and you get just the right amount of powder. I generally use this powder if I'm doing something a little bit more lightweight. This is like a pretty heavy base, so I'm not generally reaching for this. So this powder has newly come into my life, and it is the Halo Fresh Perfecting Powder in Light Neutral. This is great. I love this powder. We'll be using this in a second, and I will talk about it then. And I am going to bake under my eye and down the side of my nose. And then I generally do under my nose too, and right here. So I'm insane, and I use this as a powder brush. I don't know why I do this to myself. I think it's because I I just enjoy doing things slowly and carefully, and this Morphe brush is my fave for powder. I hate myself maybe. And so I'm just gonna dust it off while also patting it into my skin. Okay, so I've brushed off that powder, and now I'm going to be using the Smashbox Halo powder to do the rest of my face. So basically you get fresh powder every time. You turn it and it grinds new powder for you. I love that. I'm gonna try to avoid the areas that have like the cream contour, because I'm going to go over that with powder contour. Also, of course, the neck. Please Please do not forget. So what I've been using and loving recently is the Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzing Powder. I was so shook when they sent me this because I had no idea they made the Hoola bronzer in darker shades. And I just used the little brush that comes along with the compact. So I'm just going to apply it pretty heavy-handedly. We're gonna blend it in a sec, but I'm just placing it where I placed my cream contour. And then next, using my powder brush, I'm going to blend it all together. I do a lot of contouring with my blush as well, so this is just kind of like the first step. Okay, if there's any brush you're going to buy under my suggestion, it has to be this one. This is the Morphe M506 brush, and it looks like this. This brush changed my life. It has helped me contour my nose so precisely and accurately. I love it. I love it so much. I want like 5 of these. I think I have 2, but I feel like this would be really good for eyeshadow too, but this is what I'm gonna use today to contour my nose. So I'm just dipping it again into the Hoola bronzer. I'm gonna do this kind of fast. I want to make a more in-depth tutorial on how I contour my nose. So if that's something that you wanna see, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments below if you would like just a walkthrough of how I do my nose. So basically I kind of tilt my head back and I sketch out a little line where the tip of my nose is. And then I make a little line below like this. And then I kind of smoke it out. And then starting from my eyebrow, I kind of just draw a line down where my nose is naturally contoured. I just join it with the line that's on the tip of my nose. And now I just kind of blend it out a little bit. So this is kind of like traditionally what you would think of when you think of a base, foundation, concealer, contour, all of that stuff. I'm gonna show you how I do my blush and also my highlight because I do use that to kind of lift some of my features. The blush that I'm going to be using today is this MAC blush in Happy Go Rosy. I'm using this Morphe brush. It is the Morphe E4 brush. So basically for a round face, I like to focus my blush right here. If you do it over here, it makes things kind of look even more round. And my goal is to lift my features rather than make everything look like a circle. So I kind of start here on, what is this? My lower temple, I don't know. And I blend it from the middle out. A rule that I have for myself, because I am darker in complexion, is I start out with adding a lot of blush to my face. Like you might look at this and it might be like, maybe this is enough for you. This is enough for me. But I like to try and add a little bit more because throughout the day it kind of fades and I hate looking in the mirror at the end of the day and I just look pale. I hope you can kind of tell how the blush does lift the face a little bit more with this placement. So if you've been struggling with blush placement, definitely try that trick and see if it works for you. Next, I'm going to be highlighting, and today I'm going to use the Becca Cosmetics Highlight RIP. I'm gonna be using the shade Topaz today. I'm just going to add some right here. Some on the forehead. So this is my current base tutorial. This is what I start out with most days if I want to do a heavy face of makeup. So I'm gonna go finish the look and I'm gonna come back and we will see what you guys think. So this is the final look, you guys. I kind of wanted to do all my makeup so you could see what the base looks like. Don't be discouraged. It took me so long to figure out how shades and like shapes worked with my face. It just really takes practice. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions on other videos you would like to see from me. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and I will see you next time. Bye!